Do not announce your next move. It's so many monitoring spirits, people just watching, just waiting on you to fail. But you are a conqueror through Jesus Christ, so you're always going to prevail. You're always going to get farther and further in life. Nothing can stop you. But stop self-sabotaging, telling your dreams, your goals to the enemy. Once you actually accomplish the goals, then you can talk about it. But while the goal is still in your mind and you haven't acted on it, just keep it to yourself and God. Do not allow other people's perception or opinions on your dreams to deter you. You have to keep your mind and your spirit on good things. You can't just have the dream and just want to talk about it all day. You have to put some action. You got to put some feet to pavement. You have to take some action towards your dreams and your goals. It's not going to just happen just because you told somebody, just because you said it. You have to take extreme steps, extreme action on a daily basis, on a consistent basis. You can't just start one day and say, oh, I'm going to do this one day and then it's going to happen. No. You know, your dreams take time. Your dreams don't just happen overnight. When you see people getting what they want out of life, it didn't just happen. They had to work for it. It took time. It took persistence. It took prayer. It took tears. It took sweat. It took everything they had inside of them to achieve these goals. So why do you think you're going to just get everything you want just by speaking it to the wrong people? You could speak it, but speak it to yourself and to God. In this season, you're going to move smarter because you're going to be on a whole different playing ground, a whole different playing field. It's going to be a whole different ball game. You're going to be making big moves, and you need to be not telling the wrong people. This season is about execution. Less talking. Talk is cheap. It's about execution and actually achieving. Being consistent. Taking daily actions on your dreams and your goals. If you don't work on your dreams and goals, who's going to work on them for you? If you're not disciplined, who's going to have the discipline for you? If you're not seeking out God in every situation, who's going to seek out God for you? This season is about working smarter. This season is about welcoming the abundance, welcoming the prosperity, welcoming in the great health, welcoming in the love, welcoming in the obedience, and leaving everything that doesn't serve you in the past. It's time to move on. It's time for you to go to a new level. It's time for your life to shift. It's time for your environment to begin to shift. It's time for you to move. You can't stay stuck in the same environment and think you just gonna just elevate or being around all that negativity and toxicity. You gotta move. You know your environment plays a big role in your success. The people you're around play a big part of who you are and who you become. So it's okay to be in a season of just you and God, just going on this path, and God just figuring out, and you just following God's step. Don't think that you have to always be around somebody to feel complete. When you're in isolation, no, when you're feeling lonely, this your lack of, you're missing being around people. But when you're isolated, it's you and God. In this season, you have to have a different perspective on your life, a different perspective on where you are. You got to look at things differently. You got to move differently. You got to carry yourself as the person you know you are becoming. You got to already embody that person from your looks, your ways, the way you carry yourself, the things you do, your habits, the way you speak. Start embodying that right now. Your success is coming. Like I said, this is a whole different ball game. Keep going. People are going to talk about you whether you're doing good or bad. So it doesn't matter what they say. Only thing that matters is what you say about yourself. Don't let anything stop you. Because if you allow something to stop you, you're going to regret it in the end. You can always work on yourself. No matter where you are, you can work on yourself. Keep going. And stop feeding in to monitoring spirits. People that just want to ask you questions. People that just want to, just pick and want to know things that aren't even important. Like, why? Like, why do you want to give me an interview? Have a lot of discernment in this season. This is going to be, when you get closer to your dreams actually, like, coming true, be so many people that you never expected will be going against you and just trying to bring you down and trying to get you to not work on your goals, not to work on your business, not to work on yourself. People that just want you to stay the same. They want you to stay in that same stagnant spot with them. Some people simply want you on the same playing field with them, and they will do whatever they can to get you back down to where they are. You have to have discernment, though. Don't let nobody waste your time. Time is precious. Time is running out every day. We don't have time to just talk about things that simply don't matter. We don't have time to discuss things that simply aren't about anything. It's time for improvement. It's time for growth. It's time for elevation. The things that are not going to bring you closer to where you're trying to go, it's time for you to leave them. Because where God is taking you, you're not going to have time to play with people. You're not going to have time to play with your time. You're not going to have time to play with yourself. When you think you're just playing by just wasting time, you're only playing with yourself. Quite frankly. So make sure you're devoting your time to you and what's best for you in this season. This season is not about wasting your time on things that never served you. I'm not gonna say no longer. They never did. Because a waste of time is never gonna serve you. It's time for you to start eating better. It's time for you to start working on your health, mentally, emotionally, physically. It's time for you to start working on your finances. Like I say, time is constantly moving. Time don't stay the same for nobody. So get up and get to it today. Move on. Move forward. This season is all about forward movements. This season is all about growing in the face of adversity, growing as a person, growing as a businesswoman or a businessman, growing as a child of God, growing as a daughter to God, growing as a son of God. Like, it's time for you to move forward. You are meant to be so much more, but you're willing to jeopardize your future for comfort. You have to get uncomfortable to grow. You can't stay in the same place doing the same things and expecting different results. It's not gonna work in this next season. This next season is all about you, your future. Your future depends on what you are doing today. Your future depends on what you do right now. Keep on going. See greatness through. Become that successful version of yourself that God promised that you will always be, that God always promised you that you will be. Don't waste another day saying, oh, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it later. I'm going to do it tonight, because tomorrow simply may not come. And then by the time tonight come, you probably be asleep. You have to start really keeping the promises that you make to yourself. Not just the promises that you make to other people. You have to keep the promises you make to yourself. You are important too. You are valuable too. So why not keep the promises that you have for yourself? When you treat yourself well, your life is going to get better. When you realize your greatness is inside of you, waiting to come out, you're going to see better. When you work on yourself on a daily basis, even if you're not seeing results, just know things are going to get better for you. Keep moving. Not wasting time, but actually moving. When I say moving, I mean working on yourself. Practicing obedience each and every day. Listen to what God is telling you to do. If you're asking God for a certain thing and He has told you to do a certain thing, why are you not doing it yet? It's time for you to experience the life that God has for you. It simply lies in your obedience, in your discipline, in your consistency, in your faith, and your belief in God and yourself. I just gave y'all the blueprint right there. The blueprint to life right there. The blueprint to happiness right there. To loving you gotta love yourself more. And just know that you are deserving of the best. That you're not just talking about it, you're actually doing these things. And you're helping others. And you're being of service to other people, to God's children. Make sure if you are thinking about getting a business, make sure it's going to be solving some problems for people. And it's going to be of service to people. Not just of service to yourself, but it's actually solving a problem, and it's a service to people. You feel me? So just keep going, keep growing, and keep moving. Don't stay the same. Like, they should know. When they see you, they should know you moving forward. You're not doing the same thing. Like, you're not stuck. You moving on with life. You're growing. You're seeking God out in every chance you get. And life is only getting better for you because you're sacrificing, not having fun. You're sacrificing everything just to get where God says you will be. Sacrifice not doing something that you want to do today so you can have a better tomorrow. When you do the things that are hard, you will have an easy life. And when you do the things that are easy, you will have a hard life. No, for real. So keep going, keep growing, keep working on yourself, and have a beautiful, blessed Friday. And I'm gonna see you guys later. I love y'all. Let's do a thumbnail, y'all. Let's do a thumbnail. Oh, y'all, and click all my links below. Let me see. I'm gonna find a thumbnail somewhere in this video.